is Driving Opportunity, your company's real estate, presented by CFO Intelligence with your host, Andrew Zezas. Expert guidance for CFOs on corporate real estate planning, portfolio optimization, global transactions, driving efficiencies and cost reduction, and more. And now, here's your host, Andrew Zezas.
Hey everyone, welcome to Driving Opportunity, your company's real estate, where we bring to middle market and enterprise company CFOs the insights and strategies to deploy their company's real estate to achieve increased operating efficiencies and flexibility and drive greater corporate profits. I'm your host, Andrew Zezas, and it's really good to be with you today. Now, during each show, I'll share one idea, one thought or focus as part of an overall discussion about driving opportunity, your company's real estate. When preparing to negotiate to renew or extend your company's facility leases, it's critically important to accurately assess the financial impact that the transaction will have on your company's landlord. An essential component of that assessment is the understanding of the prospective financial effect on the landlord should your company elect not to renew or extend its lease and instead relocate, leaving that space vacant. That's your company's value. That's its negotiating leverage. There are 5 major financial components of any facility lease transaction. They include operating expenses, tenant improvement allowances, free rent, rental rates, and security deposits. As a basis for understanding landlord profit centers, it'll be important for you to understand current market conditions, supply and demand, offering and taking terms of other transactions, similar transactions in comparable properties. But when we say similar transactions, make sure you focus on transactions that are completed by companies of comparable size and creditworthiness to yours. Now, all of these are important elements in understanding the prospective transaction value and the hidden landlord profit centers when your company is contemplating a renewal or an extension of a facility lease. But understanding the interplay of these 5 transaction components and the landlord profit centers within should be part of your company's overall due diligence as well. Take operating expenses. Is the landlord rebidding, cleaning, and other service agreements every year? Tenant improvement allowances. What are the dollar differences in the allowances that landlords are offering to new tenants versus renewing tenants? They could be very significant. Free rent and rental rates. Landlords frequently compete harder and reach farther to attract new tenants in terms of free rent and rental rate reductions. What are those deltas? Security deposits, while intended to mitigate landlord risk against tenant default, can be eliminated or structured to favor tenants. Now, if you vacate, the landlord could suffer significant loss. This could be especially true given the lack of demand in some real estate sectors today, like office space. So when negotiating to renew or extend your company's commercial facility leases, take into account the prospective cost avoidance, those hidden landlord profit centers that you'll create for the landlord if your company renews or extends in place. Now, those cost avoidance centers, those profit centers, include demolition, carting, and dumping cost avoidance, capital improvements cost avoidance, leasehold construction cost avoidance, lost rent cost avoidance, taxes, operating utilities cost avoidance, marketing cost avoidance, and in many cases, brokerage commission cost avoidance. Now, in retail leases, if your company were to vacate, that vacancy could negatively affect traffic count, head count, and the minimum occupancy level requirements that may be dictated by other tenants. In any commercial property type, the vacancy created by your company could cause the building to fall below the landlord's lender-required occupancy levels, and in turn could negatively affect the overall financial stability and health of the building. Now, depending upon how the landlord is financed and how his buildings are financed, such an event could materially affect the landlord in much larger ways in terms of its overall portfolio. Now, as you can see, your company's facility leases and your decision to vacate or extend or renew can have a material financial effect on all of your landlords. Understanding the true transactional and financial value of your company's lease, the hidden landlord profit centers, before engaging in negotiations is an essential foundational aspect of any intelligent negotiation. Addressing such issues, interestingly, as a strategic approach to optimizing your company's overall regional or global facilities portfolio can provide a platform for proactive enterprise-wide facility cost reduction, not only when considering renewal or extension, but via early lease renegotiations long before leases expire. I hope today's discussion will be helpful to you in understanding hidden landlord profit centers and in planning your company's facility lease renewal and extension transactions. Now, if you'd like to know more, contact me. I can be reached at andrew.zezas, Z-E-Z-A-S, at CFOintel.com. Tune in again to learn more about driving opportunity in your company's real estate. I'm Andrew Zezas for Driving Opportunity, your company's real estate, and for CFO Intelligence. Wishing you a very, very productive week. I'll see you again.
Thanks for joining us on Driving Opportunity, your company's real estate, presented by CFO Intelligence with your host, Andrew Zezas. If you have questions about how best to optimize your company's real estate, email Andrew at andrew.zezas@CFOINTELL.com. If how you serve your company and your career would be enhanced by connecting with peer CFOs from around the country, visit CFOintel.com to explore the benefits of becoming a CFO Intelligence member. While you are there, subscribe to CFO Intelligence magazine, take the CFO Business Sentiment Survey, arrange to attend exclusive CFO events, and explore our other CFO-focused podcast series, CFOs in Motion and CFO Career Accelerator. That website again is CFOintel.com, CFOINTELL.com. Remember to subscribe to this podcast series on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen to podcasts. This has been Driving Opportunity, your company's real estate, presented by CFO Intelligence with your host, Andrew Zezas. We'll see you next time. The opinions and views presented on this podcast by Andrew Zezas are his own and may not be relied upon as fact. The opinions and views of others who appear on this show are their own as well, and may not be relied upon as fact or for any other purpose. Opinions and views and other information are provided for general information and educational purposes only.